Vadakkan of the BJP on the broadcast. Mr. Vadakkan, thank you for joining us on CNN News 18. Why are you framing Rahul Gandhi as the new age Ravan? Is he that big a threat to you?
He's no threat at all. Ram, Ravan, they are all symbols also. They represent the qualities of the person. Now, if you say he's like Sri Ram, you don't become Sri Ram. But you have certain qualities like Sri Ram. You adhere to certain Sanskritis, you follow certain paths of which would be may be called idealistic, but then you follow them. And when you mention somebody as Ram, somebody who's betraying his own motherland or fatherland instead, and is making entire issues into a negativity of his own country and going abroad and doing it. So these are symbolic messages messaging that's going on, and I think this during election time, this is something we saw images of Sonia Gandhi being represented as Mahalakshmi. We saw images of Rahul Gandhi being projected as another god. So these kind of posters are put up by workers, and these are symbolic of the qualities that are embedded. If somebody acts like a Ravan and somebody turns around and say, well, he's behaving like Ravan, so, these are things that will happen, and you should continue to be careful. You're in public domain. You go abroad, abuse the country. Every time you have deals with the Chinese embassy while we are on high alert at the border. There are skirmishes going on, and then you come and say that land is occupied. The fact of the matter is, it was his grandfather who gifted the land on a platter. So these are historic realities. But if you did not read history, then you are bound to continue making these mistakes, and people are bound to make predictions about you that you have a certain quality, which is in the frame of Ravan.
Right, but Mr. Vadakkan, Manickam Tagore called the Prime Minister Ravan as well, and the BJP said this is a huge insult to the Prime Minister. But you're doing the same thing now. You're making Rahul Gandhi a larger-than-life figure by calling him Ravan, the arch nemesis of Ram, and at the same time, you are also taking a personal shot at Rahul Gandhi himself. So how are you different from the Congress then?
Rahul Gandhi at the present moment is only a parliament member. While you're calling Ravan the Prime Minister of this country, you're insulting this country which elected his party and made him the Prime Minister. You are comparing apples and oranges. So to say that, you can get away calling the Prime Minister of this country. He's not the Prime Minister of just Bharatiya Janata Party. He's the Prime Minister of this country, all parties across the board. So if you're insulting that chair, then you are insulting your own country.
Right, but a personal attack is a personal attack, Mr. Vadakkan. I'm also joined by Manickam Tagore from the Congress Party. Mr. Tagore, thank you for joining us on CNN News 18. How do you react to what Mr. Vadakkan is saying, that we are only reflecting the qualities of Ravan that are being embodied by Rahul Gandhi?
This is very unfortunate that Ram Vadakkan ji, like persons who had a Congress background and who had worked with even Rajiv ji and other leaders, speaks like this, and it's a very glaring thing from that post itself, that it provokes people to have violence or use violence. And this is the same methodology they did it with Mahatma Gandhi also. There is an old cartoon also. The same 10-headed Mahatma Gandhi has been portrayed by the Hindu Mahasabha. Therefore, this is a serious thing, and I think that J.P. Nadda and Mr. Narendra Modi should clarify it and not defend it. It is an attack and inciting a mob of people to assassinate a leader is unfortunate. and to provoke violence against political opponents is unacceptable.
One second, just to clarify, Mr. Tagore, you are saying that putting up a picture of Rahul Gandhi as Ravan is inciting mobs in an attempt to assassinate the Congress MP?
Yeah, and you had put it in that fashion, and you wanted to. Ravan has been portrayed in that manner, and it is that the background of.
Right, then are you guilty of the same thing by putting up the poster of Daanav, calling the Prime Minister Daanav?
What is that Daanav?
Are you seeing that poster on air that the Congress party has put out? Daanav. Daanav meaning a Rakshas, meaning a demon. And the poster that's been put out by the Congress party is Daanav, calling Prime Minister Modi a demon. Are you doing the same thing? What you're accusing the BJP of?
I am reacting to the post of the BJP. Okay, don't get provoked like a BJP spokesperson. You are an anchor. Therefore, let the BJP spokesperson speak the language. Don't take his language as your language.
No, I'm asking you.
You be an anchor.
You can react.
When you are, my dear friend, when you are asking my opinion, when I am saying my opinion, allow me to complete it. Before that, you are jumping in as if, and you are speaking about as a BJP spokesperson.
Please finish. Then complete your point. Then I'll let Mr. Vadakkan come in. Complete your point.
That only. That you allow. Be fair. Run a channel with fairness. Don't call our
Sir, please complete your point.
Because we have to understand that when I am speaking about a very serious issue, you are jumping as a BJP spokesperson.
I mean I won't take journalistic cues from a politician at the end of the day. But please go ahead and complete your point.
Whenever journalist takes positions like a party spokesman, we will show the mirror to them. Okay.
You are entitled to your opinion, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. One thing is that very simple, that it is the BJP's post which is clearly calls it Ravan also, and which inside the same post model has been used for Mahatma Gandhi also earlier with Hindu Mahasabha when the partition is taking place in India, and when we are in 1945, if I remember the date of that cartoon. So we are completely against this kind of politics, and this is the way the BJP and the RSS and the Mahasabha thinks, and which is unacceptable, and the country will not accept. And the Prime Minister, who is is sitting in a position of chair, should clarify on this thing.
Right, but you're doing the same thing when you're putting out a poster like Daanav. Mr. Vadakkan, please respond to that.
You asked me the same very questions. Why did the BJP do it? And I did not blame you or the public domain calling you a spokesman of the BJP. It's unfortunate that journalists are insulted in public like this when you have not said anything. You have asked the same very questions to him. Why is he disturbing him? He's not answered that question. The real issue is when RSS cadre was asked to parade on Republic Day, what were they doing? It was the prime ministers of the Congress party that did that. And what is he talking about? 1947, that the Hindu Mahasabha said something and Gandhi was assassinated. This is complete bullshit. When they do it against the prime minister, he's safe and sound. There's no no threat to his life. But when it comes to Rahul Gandhi, he's state of art. He is threatened. What nonsense is this? Have you heard this in public domain that a poster put up is going to cause us? This is the Venugopal theory that he is pushing around, that he can give it to his municipality because that's the only place he'll win an election. So the reality is, let's face it. Questions have been asked on both sides. Both sides have replied, and let the public judge it. The jury is out.
Right. Mr. Tagore, I'll give you the final word. Please react to that.
The gentleman, Mr. Tom Vadakkan, used bullshit and he used the word nonsense and others. Because his culture is like that. He is from RSS culture. He abuses the opposition. I will not do that thing because he has a turn vote, and we know that what is his capacity and what he is. I'm an elected MP for 2 times from a constituency. He has not even met even a council.
How have you been elected? One knows. How did you get your parliamentary seat? We all know. When you came begging to me of accusation about Alka Lamba, I have not forgotten that.